Um, I know Miyazaki particularly likes to put environmental themes in his work. Did Tezuka have any themes like that he'd like to put into his work as well?
実は宮崎のことなんですけども、ちょっと環境を大切にしない、自然を大切にしないというのテーマがいろんなワークに入ってくるんですよね。手塚先生にはそういうテーマみたいなものはありましたか？
環境を大切にしないといけないですか？
それだけじゃなくて、自分が選んだ社会を進めるためのテーマということなんです。
それはあると思います。
I believe that he had his themes. それは何でしょうか？
それはやはりどうでしょう。彼が育ってきた中に、この前の大きな戦争があります。ですから彼はいつも敗戦思想といいますか、それは常に頭の中に入れていたと思います。
Since he was, in a certain extent, a child of the war, I believe that a lot of what the thought he put into many of his works had to do with how can we abolish.
To give some perspective on that, like Miyazaki, Osamu Tezuka was also a very environmentalist. Some of his manga, like Apollo Song, sort of shoves it down your throat even, almost as much as like Castle in the Sky does. He's also very anti-war, and he's very anti the concept of war. In his manga Adolf, which I highly recommend, it's about Nazis and World War II, and it's very good. The whole time he's pushing this theme of this unbiased, just biased oppression and racism and violence towards just groups of people is wrong. So the whole time he's pushing it to really drive home the point at the end, because of course the violence is aimed at the Jews in the manga. At the end, he skips it ahead 20 years and takes it to Palestine. And he has characters that were good guys in earlier segments of manga, and this is for like the last 10, 15, 20 pages. He has characters who had been good guys now who were fighting the PLO, committing the same atrocities and mowing down villages of civilians and whatnot. And so he sort of turns it full circle as almost to directly say, no, it's not just the Nazis who were bad, it's any who thought like this, anyone who thinks this way is bad. So that would be a manga where he does that.
Yes.
Are you still active in manga and anime itself, or have you yourself retired or pulled back from it?
まだ漫画に関する仕事をなさってますか？あるいはもう
私は、かなり前にリタイアメントしてます。
I retired quite some time.
Are your if you have grandchildren, are they impressed that you worked with Tezuka?
もしかするとマドさんがいるかもしれませんが、もしいるんだったら手塚先生と一緒に仕事をなさったのは感動してますか？
私には孫がおりません。
I don't actually have grandchildren.
What exactly? You said you were a production assistant. What kind of work would you do?
アビさんの仕事、毎日やっていた仕事の内容はどんなものでしょうか？
私は手塚のプロダクションが潰れましても、結局は同じことをやっておりました。ずっと漫画の編集です。
I was always doing, even though some of the manga themselves changed, I was always doing the same thing, just editing. Yes?
I'm just kind of wondering, sorry. You said that you obviously worked on Phoenix. I was kind of wondering, like, in that, do you see any, like, in the artistic and like the visual style, do you see any influence from any other sources You said earlier specifically Disney. I was wondering.
特に日の暮れで仕事をやってましたね。そして日の暮れの例えば日の暮れの中では、漫画のスタイルといったところでは他のところから影響はありませんでした。どう思いますか？例えば先に言ってたディズニーとか、そういうディズニーからでも他のところからでも影響あったんですか？
どうでしょう。ディズニーからの影響はなかったように思います。
Well, I'm not really sure. I don't think there was a lot of influence from Disney in that particular case.
One popular story about Tezuka is that the reason he always drew his eyes so big is that he was actually a very big fan of the Disney. I saw the picture of this earlier. The Disney cartoon Bambi, and I guess you can't see it very well, but down in the bottom here, he's got some deer that look very much like Bambi and whatnot.
いや、一つ僕の中で言われてるのは、手塚先生がのキャラクターの目が大きくしたのはディズニーの影響というのですが、特にこれを見ると、ディズニーの有名なダンディみたいな牛がこっちからいるんですよね。だからそこ、本当かどうかわからないんですけども、こちらで大体影響があると言われています。
そうですね。そうです。
Yeah, just to add a couple more influences, particularly on Phoenix. Well, in general, Betty Boop was another big influence on Tezuka's eyes. Betty Boop's very large eyes is where he took it from. One of the old Fleischer shorts from the 1930s, Popeye. And in addition, he's also influenced somewhat in Phoenix, although more so in other things like Adolf, by Yoshiharu Tatsumi, the guy who started Gekiga, a more serious, realistic manga. It's less so in Phoenix, but a little bit is there.
私の意見ですけども、それ以外の影響というのは、吉原別にというのがあったんですし、アメリカのベリーブックというのを1930代の有名なのもあったんですよ。同じように目が大きくてとか、そういうような影響があったんじゃないですか。
We've only got about 5 more minutes left. Are there any final questions?
A while ago, I read Apollo's song, and I noticed something during one of the scenes that took place on the island with the animals. During one of the scenes where all the animals are in a crowd together, you can spot a Moomin among them, a Moomin troll from the Tove Jansson series. And I'm wondering, was he a fan of that Tove Jansson's Moomin series?
ポロという漫画の中では、1箇所だけの島があるんですよね。その島では動物が集まっていたところでは、ここでムーミントロールというのがとよく似てるのがあったんですけれども、それは本当にムーミントロールらしきものとして作ったんでしょうか。
それはどういう作品ですか？作品ですね。
Apollo, do you know that?
Apollo no Uta. Is that Apollo no Uta? Apollo song.
アポロの歌。多分影響はあったと思います。
There could very well have been some influence there, yes.